Hey guys, my voice is not going to have the urgency that might go along with a message like this because I'm a bit exhausted from a lot of study to see if I agree with what I've discovered possibly here. But this is not financial advice, just my humble opinion. But there is a chance that we are heading toward the hardest part of a crash. Maybe what you'd call a super crash. In the cryptocurrencies, basically in all of them, some extra strong cryptocurrencies may not crash as hard and may present better buying opportunities. But basically, here's the dealio for Shilio. So on my last videos that I shared with you, I basically told you that we were coming down. We got to a transition point, which is supposed to create the next wave, which I still believe is the next wave. In this, and basically multiple charts, multiple studies, multiple charts all pointed to that wave beginning right about here. And I still believe that that is what was supposed to occur here. And so the way the chart is moving, all my previous videos basically said we come down, transition into kind of a second, basically a double top or a double half of a top. You could look at those videos to see what's going on. Now, you have to understand, I have been the most bearish out of everybody on the internet. The people I have followed, who I think are the smartest people, all disagree with me, okay? But I have called things like this in the past, and who knows, maybe I'll call it again. But basically this phase here was very, very important. What happened from this moment is very important as to what will happen in the future. So what we needed to occur here in order to allow for a next upward type of situation, what we needed to occur here was basically, and I'm seeing this in multiple charts, that it did not happen. Everything is underperforming what I previously said was possible. So in all of the previous charts, we should have went up to kind of the 100-day moving average, and then we should have went down a bit, continued up. And that was what we were really looking for the second half of an ending topping formation to occur. But instead what we got was we're down here on this orange line. That line is my own personal indicator. For today, we'll call it the Book of the Dead. We'll call it the Book of the Dead indicator. Why? Because, well, basically in phase one, as things are dropping below and between these two lines here, as they're dropping below there in the phase one, that is all okay. That happens, that leads to bullish scenarios. It's all okay. But when we get to the transitional phase and go into part two, that's when we no longer want to see stuff below the orange line here, right? So basically, it's a bad sign that we did not get up to touch the 100 before we moved down. Instead, we stayed at the very scary little orange here, basically up a bit and down. And so what it looks like now is that it's very possible that we may have a really hard crash up and coming. Nothing is for sure in the world, but in a scenario like this, well, I choose to be completely out of the market, which I am now, just in case my scenario takes place. If it doesn't take place, maybe I could find where to get back in if things change into that upward type of trajectory. But I am concerned enough that this may occur that I decide to get out. Now, I did just put a speculative, you could see, by the way, this line here can be ignored, this can be ignored. Those are kind of moving average type of lines. Those aren't important. The line that's important is this one that goes down and stuff like that, that shows where the ultra crash may occur. This shows it could even get down to 450 what is that, trillion. This is total 3 chart we're looking at. So that when we say 450 trillion, this is total 3 chart we're looking at. Maybe it won't go that far down. Quite possible it won't. Who knows? But the worst crash that we've seen in a while, that phase that eventually always comes, that could be days away. Now, I did give us a little predictive possibility of when. I can't get that high enough on the screen here, can I? I guess I'll have to make sure that shows up. I'm getting totally blocked. Anyway, it says Saturday, 5th of April, 2025. I don't know why I showed that to you, because that turned out to be a miserable showing right there. But that's kind of just my best guess on when the heavy crash could occur. Somewhere around there, Saturday, the 5th of April, 2025. From today, it looks like that could be 4 or 5 days away from today. Now, you know, I know you've got tons of super smart people, very popular people. You've got, well, you know, I'm half brain dead right now. You know, I think that's all I have to share with you, but I will share with you also, I'm going to post a image down below that after I discovered this here, after I did, just out of curiosity, I put our current, in an image below or above, I put a current image on top of the image of the total 3 up till today. That's on the top of the image, and I compared it to the total 3 back the last time it had a hard crash like that. All I didn't even line it up to agree with me. I actually just lined it up with where the beginning, on the far left of the chart, where the beginning first hard crash began, that started this whole, you know, this whole situation, that started this whole sideways bullishness and whatever. I lined it up with that, and really weirdly, it lined up with this particular chart also, which was really quite surprising to me. But I don't say that to say that backs up what I'm saying, because actually, for that to show the same thing as this, well, who knows? Who knows if the same thing would occur again? But also in my rule of 3s that I've talked about many times before on how manipulation works, and the rule of 3s, oftentimes things repeat 2 times, and then the 3rd time they will do the opposite. And so this could be a second repeating that will lead to a 3rd time when it can do the opposite, which that 3rd time would occur 2 or 3 years from now. So this is basically just to say that we may want to be super cautious. We may just do whatever we can do to slow down the losses that may occur if this fall does actually occur. Best of luck.